What's up, guys? Alright, this episode is going to be much shorter than the other ones. I'm really not trying to make our 90-minute videos. 30 minutes is good, 20 minutes is good, I'm alright with that. 15 minutes is okay, that's my goal. That being said, I am pretty experimental, so you'll find that when I start doing a particular topic for the first time, the video length is going to be longer, especially if I'm just showing the work that I was doing anyway. Because usually those videos aren't the definitive videos I'm going to do about the subject, right? They are just kind of me showing what I'm doing, and then over time I learn how to communicate the stuff better to you guys with more videos, and then it gets better, right? So that's what's going to happen with this big bulk list that I'm making. But I am trying to show you, as I get to a point when I'm making the list where something new happens, then I'm doing it, right? I already showed you all the tedious stuff. We went through all of that. So the purpose of this video is that I'm going to show you that the process I was using, I was doing unnecessary steps. And I got to a point where I had to decide, okay, do I want to take some time to kind of fix this and make it faster, or do I want to just keep using it and accept it, right? And in this scenario, I figured it was best to fix it. So I went through and changed it, and it actually only took like 5 minutes to change. So before, we would open this list up, and we would go through it 3 times, okay? The first time, converting the list into a list of links. But what I realized is I could just make a macro that does all of that, right? So now all I have to do is click Control and P, and then everything's happening, except we're not eliminating the links that are Walmart.com. We're taking all of the links from the whole page, right? But I realized that because I'm using Sublime Text 3, I don't have to take the time to individually isolate the Walmart links. I can just take all of the links right now because it's really quick in Sublime Text to just isolate just the Walmart links and only do that once instead of doing it for every single web page. So this makes it much faster, right? So now all we're doing is just... It's all really just opening these and then running the macro, and then opening the next batch and running the macro, because you got to wait for the batch to load, right? So it just got 50, so it recorded all those, and it recorded 119,000 links. So that's a lot, but that's all extra, okay? So first off, we're going to do a permute and sort by unique, and that's going to eliminate tons of them. And then here what we're going to do is sort this list. Sorry, you can't see it. We're going to sort the list by Walmart item, right? So we want to find every occurrence of /IP/. So we're going to click Control F with it highlighted and Alt Enter. And now we're going to select the whole line and then copy all of these items. And now delete everything and then paste just the items that we got. So we have, in this particular list, 17, oh wait, I didn't finish filtering it. We need to get rid of this customer reviews link as well. So we're going to do Control F, Alt Enter, and then delete. Okay? And now we're going to sort it one more time. I should have done that earlier. Okay. So this list has 14,000 unique items in it. And all of these items are produced with keywords that we searched for. And they are all between $10 and $35. But there's items that we don't want to sell in these lists. So we'll get into that later. But for this video, I just wanted to do a quick video, because I know more of you guys will watch this, showing what this kind of bulk posting process is looking like. Because so far, I've only showed 2 really long videos, and I know a lot of you won't watch those. And I don't, understand, I don't expect anybody to watch every single video that I make. The way that I make videos is very, if I feel like making a video, I'm gonna make a video. It's not necessarily gonna be the best video. There are specific videos that I really put more time and attention into, but I don't do that for every single video that I make. And that's just because I find that by making videos over and over and over and over again, that gets me to a point where I understand what's necessary to make a really good video about the subject much faster than trying to make every single video perfectly, right? So also I will just keep playing my music on mute so you guys don't hear it. I guess people pay more attention to my videos than I pay attention to them, and I don't really fully realize that. So for me, my videos, like, they need music in them because I don't want to hear myself talk all the time. But if you're watching a video about somebody talking about drop shipping, then that's probably what you want, you know? And there's plenty of times where I need to, you know, be more articulate and I'm beating around the bush, and I'm still learning so much, you know? This is like, I'm a YouTuber now. I just been a year into this now, and I only quit my, like, full-time job like 6 months ago, and I haven't lived in a place that's not brand new in a foreign country since then. So there's a lot of boom, you know what I mean? So that's exciting. But yeah, so now you understand. All right, I wanted to show you this video because it's important that you don't just, like, you have to be assessing what you're doing and figuring out if you're spending your time in a way that makes sense. Because I was going through this and it was taking a while to get through this list, right? But you just saw how long that took. That basically took like a minute to pull 1,000 items, right? So that makes this big list that we have way, way more feasible. And look at it now. I've pulled 4,050 of these links, right? And each one of these links represents 20 unique items. And in total, I made the list bigger. In total now, we have 18,000 of them. So I'm almost 25% done. Like, that is awesome because this is taking a while. And so far, we have a unique list of 79,000 items. And remember, we want 100,000 items to be posted, but we don't want to post every item that is in this list. So we're doing these things called a positive filter and a negative filter. Actually, probably the negative filter first and then a positive filter. So I'm making these long lists, right, of keywords that are associated with items that I want. And I'm gonna pass this big list, once it's done, through that filter, and it's gonna pick out all the items associated with these keywords, okay? And these are keywords, they're simple, like things like chair, table, anything that describes an object that I have sold and profited from in the past, then I have a keyword for it, right? And so you can think about this looking at a search result itself, because that'll help kind of understand. Because if you get this part of bulk, then you can understand what it's about. Because it's not about, you can't just rolly post things. It's not going to work. But what you can do is make these huge lists and then use keywords to take things out of the lists and put things into the lists and manipulate the lists and kind of have an extensive process where you work with these big lists. And that is the part that, if you get good at, determines whether you can profitably do bulk or not, right? So let me explain as an example here. Let's search for something like supply. I want to see what keywords here would actually get pulled, right? And talk a little bit about my filter. So I had the first phase of keywords, and those were the keywords that produced this list, which I'm using to produce this list. This will result in 300, or actually more than that now, about over 350,000 unique items sold by Walmart.com. And just to give you some reference, okay, we have this list. This is 79,800, so it's 140 links short of 80,000. And we've gone through, look. It's cool how accurate the 2020 number average is. We've gone through 4,050. So we have a little bit less than we should. So this average is like 19 point something right now. But we'll see how it goes. But it doesn't change by a whole lot. It's really close. Like just past 4,000 links, 80,000 items, you know? So that's how I know that we're most likely going to have roughly 350,000 items because we have 18,000 of these links. And after shuffling all the links, so you get rid of like some of the effects of uniques and that kind of thing, we understand that each one of them will give us an average of 20 unique numbers, or 20 unique items, even though each page has more than 20 items on it, okay? So that's important to understand. But yeah, Sublime Text is amazing, absolutely amazing. I love it. And I think that's all we're gonna do for this video, because I really wanna make sure that the next video that you guys see related to this is when I have the list of 350, let's say 300,000, that's my goal, is getting the list to be 300,000 unique items for sale on Walmart.com, by Walmart.com, between $10 and $35. 300,000 items in that specific price range. And, all right, sweet. So next video, for real, I promise, I will have that list ready, and we're going to start going through and doing the positive and the negative filter, okay? And so you can imagine, just imagine that this is a page of search results, right? So let's talk about what would be, if each item would be isolated by our keyword filters and end up getting posted. Because just because it's in the list doesn't mean it's gonna get posted. A lot of this stuff's gonna get taken out. So here we would go, okay, Primacare stocked with supplies, pack, okay, this would be accepted. Here, pack, and supply, that would be accepted. Here, pack, this would be accepted. Here we have notebook, wide ruled, 70 sheets. So here, what I might do, because I have sold notebook related things, although this is actually cheaper than what we want. And also, oh yeah, duh. This is just a basic, I just searched for this, that's right, okay. Sorry, I thought I was looking at one of my actual search results and I was like, why is there a marketplace item here? That's not good. I got distracted. So I'm gonna add a positive keyword to my list. And that's another benefit of doing this in this form where it's not fully automated, is that as I'm going through, each of these items is being flashed to me just for a second. And that gives me a sense of, okay, I can stop and double check. So every time I see a weapon or anything like that, I look at it and make sure that there is at least one keyword in that weapon's title that is included in my negative filter that would eliminate the item from being posted in the first place. So we do a negative filter to get rid of the problem items, and a positive filter to pull the items out of that list that we actually want to post. Because we have basically there's three different kinds of items in this list. We have items that will cause eBay restrictions or violations, right? Those are the dangerous items. We're gonna call those the dangerous items. Those can include things that have Vero, that kind of thing, any brand name, Velcro, all that kind of stuff. Then we have are neutral items. And these are items that won't give us problems like that, but I don't actually want to sell. Then we have our positive items, and these are the items that I want to sell. They have keywords in the title that are associated with items that I've sold in the past using bulk. So using those two filters, where we have our negative filter and our positive filter, allows us to separate the list basically into three components and only use the positive part, right? So by doing it manually, as you see things, you think, oh hey, okay, I like that item, but because of the keywords in the item, I wouldn't get it. So I'm gonna add something to the list now. And I find that anytime I'm able to slowly add to a list over time, based on information that's just shown to me directly, then I just do better when that happens. Yeah, okay. So treat, I think we would add as well, because I like beauty products. Ooh, that just reminds me. Okay. Another bad one that I forgot is gift card. You cannot sell anything. You can't sell like well, you're not supposed to sell e-delivery items. And I've gotten in trouble in the past for having like gift cards for sale, and I didn't even realize I was selling them. So we add gift card to the list. And also mail, because that includes like email delivery. And so here's my bad filter. I'll have digital versions of these, but for right now, because I'm doing all this work with these lists of items, I just keep them next to me because it's easier to work with, and I like working in color because it helps me just, I don't know, it takes less energy from my brain, and then I do stuff better. Okay, so I've showed you the macro, and that's using a tool called Macro Buddy. If you want, let me know in the comments, and I will do more videos about this tool. Because now I've gotten the hang of using it, and it's like, woo! I get to just like brainstorm or eat cereal or drink tea or something while the computer's just like pew 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 pew. It's awesome. Okay. So our list, 80,000. We're making progress. Yeah. Alright guys, cool. I guess that's it for this video. In the next video, you will see our huge list of items, and I will start doing the negative filter. And then after that, we'll do the positive filter. And then we'll be ready to post the items. Woo! That's gonna be exciting. I'm just gonna put like 10 lists of, well actually probably like 11 or 12 lists. Because I want 100,000 items live on eBay. Right? So that means I need to count on like a 10, 15, 20% error rate. So I need to try and post like 115,000 to get that many. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. See you next time. Ciao.